Welcome to Board Game Animal. My name is Justin, and we're going to take a look at more of the great games that came out in 2024. We already did our top 10 best board games of the year, and today we're releasing 3 special videos celebrating the games of 2024 and looking forward to the games to come.
Oh, special videos like my top board games of 2024? I think that's something that everybody's been wanting to see.
No, Connie, not your games. Anyway, we're going to keep these videos short and sweet.
Short and sweet? Your videos?
Don't listen to her. Anyway, we're going to look now at the top 10 best expansions of 2024. Heat Heavy Rain is the first of a few games on this list that I like to call the more of a good thing is a good thing expansion, which I define as a situation where you already love the base game and what comes in the expansion is just essentially more of the base game to love. And with Heavy Rain, that means more racetracks, another car, more cards, a few new ideas, just a bunch of great stuff to integrate into the game. If you already enjoy Heat, this is just more of a good thing. Ark's The Blighted Reach. This is really just a tremendous accomplishment of an expansion. The only reason it's so low on this list is because of its scope, and I know I'm never going to be able to have the time to play into as much depth that's there. Check out our review of Ark's and of The Blighted Reach, where we go into a lot of detail on my feelings on the game. But regardless, it's absolutely phenomenal, and if you found yourself enjoying Ark's, you definitely need to dive into The Blighted Reach. Earlier this year, I called Expedition Gears of Corruption a perfect expansion. And that's because I think if an expansion simultaneously making the base game's mechanisms better and improving on the game's usability, while also integrating a bunch of new interesting stuff, it is doing its job and then some. If you enjoy Expeditions, this is one of those few expansions that I say is just a must-have. You can always throw it in right from the beginning in teaching someone, and you will never regret it. Oh, Dominion, Cornucopia and Guild 2nd Edition, and Rising Sun. For me, I'm always excited at new content for Dominion, and this may be the definitive of the more of a good thing is a good thing, because it's just more cards that you add to an already lush game. Everything that came out this year was excellent and held the high standards that I have for Dominion. We got some really cool new mechanisms to spice things up and keep the game interesting. And if you want some specifics, stay tuned with Board Game Animal, because we're planning next month on a massive Dominion deep dive that I cannot wait to share with everyone. Number 6 is Unmatched. I'm looking here specifically at Sun's Origin and Slings and Arrows. Saying more Unmatched sets are good is kind of like saying that the pizza is good from your favorite pizza place every time you order it. Obviously it's good, you keep getting it. Unmatched is just fantastic, and it continues to deliver with every set. We got a lot of unique, interesting characters added this year. If you enjoy Unmatched for the healthy variety of play styles and clever character abilities, then these are some more sets that you don't want to miss. Townsfolk Tussle Foul Neighbors. Another more of a good thing is a good thing expansion. More characters to play as, more bosses, more terrain features. Just some ridiculous, fantastic stuff in here. Who doesn't want to play against Patches and chip away at his fursuit? Let me know if you want to see a video where I come up with voices for all the characters in Townsfolk Tussle. I was thinking about it and I'm really tempted. But yeah, Foul Neighbors, check it out. If you enjoyed the base game, it is a hoot. Carnival of Chaos adds a whole new way in which to play Thunder Road, shaking up the entire experience while still delivering on the vibes of the base game. If you want specifics, check out our overview on it and the Maximum Chrome box, because we go into a lot better detail here than I have time for. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. But yeah, Carnival of Chaos, fantastic, get it. Radlands, Cult of Chrome, it's so little. This is probably the epitome this year for me of the more of a good thing is a good thing. I could actually make the argument that of all the games on this list, Radlands was the one that really didn't need an expansion. This pack just adds more camps. They're so interesting and add even more variety and even more replayability into an already spectacularly little balanced game, but manages to do it in a way where you're not increasing the size of the game or complexity, but just giving more to love. If you love Radlands, you will not be sorry in picking this guy up. And if you've never played Radlands, well, come on, that's just Godzilla. You know, I feel bad for including this period because, first of all, of the limited availability of this one, and the fact that they are making it available for you to get, but it's not going to be hitting your tables until 2026, it just kind of makes it weird to include this on the list. And to be honest, that is the only reason it is not number one on this list. I couldn't do it, because otherwise it would have been. Bottom line, it is just such a fun, and yet simple add-on to Cthulhu Death May Die. I waxed about how it is currently the best representation of Godzilla in board games, a title that CMON is probably going to keep for a little while, we'll see. Just an absolute blast. White Castle Matcha. White Castle was one of my favorite games of 2023. It has grown even higher in my estimation over the course of 2024. Matcha kind of feels like a more of a good thing situation, but not really. Then it adds more crunch, more dice placement spaces, more ways to score, more moving parts, and more interesting elements that elevate and make even more crunchy an already really tight, vibrant game. It makes the game a little longer, but also gives you a little bit more breathing room when it comes to actions, but also multiply more options to pursue. And it does all that. It adds more without more overhead or really complexity to the game. It wasn't already there in the impressive original game. For what it's worth, it just felt like the perfect standout expansion for me. And if you liked White Castle, I think Matcha is a no-brainer to add to the experience. It is so much fun. And that's it. What were your favorite expansions of 2024? Please let us know. And if you want to see our best board games of 2024, more of the best board games of 2024, or our most anticipated games of 2025, check out these videos. The links will be in the description below. If you want to see our deep dive videos into Arcs, into Thunder Road, or about Godzilla games, those links are down there as well. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to play board games and their expansions like an animal.